Well, hello there, mon cher, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It's good news. So let's talk about it. Now, y'all might be wondering why I'm talking like this here Cajun swamp rat, and I'll tell you, it's because Mondo have just revealed images of their new Gambit figure, mon cher. Okay, I'm going to drop that now because I'm about to have a coughing fit. Yes, Mondo have shown images. That is quite a good Gambit voice, though. Come on, be fair. They've shown images of their new 1/6 scale Gambit figure, and holy potatoes, he looks really freaking awesome. Not a surprise, because he's about the fourth one that they've done now, and they all look freaking awesome. Thank goodness I don't generally collect 1/6 scale figures, because if I did, I'd be dropping $215 on this guy. No problem. Why? Look at him. You don't need me to tell you how good he is. Just look at the pictures. In fact, me even talking or making this video is completely irrelevant. You just look at the website and see for yourself. Don't do that. You can't. It's not possible. You can't look up action figure news yourself. You have to rely on me to give you the news, alright? Don't think about going elsewhere either. You think the Fwoosh does videos like this? No. Or Articulated Ninja? He doesn't. No. Or TNI News? No, they definitely don't do the exact same type of videos that I do, but arguably better with more information. No, they do, actually. So why do you watch me? I don't know. Do you just like seeing a guy slightly lose his mind throughout a daily basis? Let's check in with Dave at Model Behaviour. See how friggin' nuts he's going now. Yeah, it's a slow deterioration, but it's fun to watch. What's also fun to watch is this Gambit figure, who just looks friggin' gorgeous. So you got the other ones that they've made as well. Magneto, Jubilee, Wolverine. They all look so pretty. You know they're going to hopefully get around to making the entire team. I mean, granted, they might Hasbro us and go, nah, we're done now. But I don't think they will do. They seem to be on a good roll. And this Gambit is just another addition to this amazing lineup and set. Absolutely fantastic. He's up for pre-order now. And interestingly, it seems to be like just a small window that you can pre-order him in. He's listed as April 18th to April 25th. That's your window to set your pre-order. So if you want him, go get him. Speaking of pre-orders, well, actually not pre-orders, but previews, storm-collectibles have shown us their new Goro figure, and whoo doggy, this guy looks like the bee's knees, the mutt's nuts, the cat's pajamas, the dog's danglies. He looks beautiful in these two here pictures. Storm Collectibles, they kill it with their Mortal Kombat line. I'm out, obviously, because I was like, you know what, you're great, but you're getting too expensive for me, a bit too rich for my blood, because they haven't released a price yet, but you know this Goro is going to be well over $100, and you could argue, rightfully so. Looks like there's a whole lot of mechanics going on here, but I just had to at one point go, I can't keep up, guys. All right. I'm cashing in my chips. I'm out. But this does look glorious. Kind of glad that I did then sell my Goro before this one was released, or at least previewed, because it was like, you know, the original Goro, it's going to drop in price a little bit now. It's like playing the stock market. But this new guy, from more sort of Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 kind of look, a lot more detailed going on here, as opposed to the more arcadey classic 90s original. This guy's got all the intense decorations and bells and whistles. He looks kind of like a movie prop. That's why I do love him. I'm excited to see more of the preview images, just to see what they've done with him. But generally, yeah, he looks super pretty. But speaking of high-end items that are kind of out of the old Model Behaviour price range, not Storm, Sideshow. They both begin with S. Come on, how am I supposed to not screw those up? Sideshow have shown their Batman, Bruce Wayne, Dark Knight Rises Armory set. And my goodness, man, it looks very, very impressive, is what I'll say. Because you've got Bruce Wayne there in his shorts and in his PE kit, basically, with his leg brace on there, which somehow gives him the ability to kick through concrete. Dark Knight Rises was a bad movie. All right, I would say fight me, but I think most people actually agree. Like, it wasn't good. It was a bad movie with some really bad decisions. Only one of the minor ones being Bruce Wayne being able to magically kick through concrete with a knee brace. Whatever. What I can say, though, is despite that, this set does look beautiful. Don't have a price for it yet. You know it's going to be an expensive one. But hey, if you're one of those crazy rich sultans who collects all the hot toys, this is going to be another one for you. I think I do have at least some details. Q3 to Q4 next year. Besides that, I'm out. But yeah, it does look very impressive. Here we go. Price-wise, let's bring it down. Let's bring it way down with the McFarlane DC Superpowers Wonder Woman Invisible Jet. This is just a preview, so even though I'm talking about bringing prices down, I don't know what that price is going to be. It might be like, yes, it costs $1 million just to prove Dave wrong. Thanks, Todd. That's alright, he doesn't know who I am or care, but well, he will one day. Just you wait. It won't be a big deal. You're watching it happen live. Every day that my subscribers tick up by 2 and 3, it has slowed down a bit. World domination is approaching. Just you wait. Just you wait, Todd. You're gonna know my name. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Who are you? But you got the Wonder Woman Invisible Jet. This is kind of the more very sort of retro kitsch kind of style. Not my wheelhouse, but if you like those, classic harkening back to old school toy type toys, well, this is one of those. Get it if you want. Gang, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to support the channel, then you can do by going over to patreon.com/displaying-model-behaviour or getting yourself a YouTube channel membership. Either one of those will give you access to all of the bonus content that I make, including the X-Men animated series Deep Dive, where we go through all the episodes of the animated series from the 90s, talking about the stories, the characters, and the action figures that came from them. Plus a whole bunch of Japan store walkthroughs and toy hunts. These are I've been going hard on the toy hunts because there's just so many little treasure troves around Osaka that have secondhand things, retro things, new things. It's pretty awesome. So there's a few toy hunt videos that are going to be going up there very soon. That's always a good time because, as you know, I ain't got no sponsors on this channel. That way I can stay, unbiased, and basically I can just talk trash about whatever I want, which is great. Although if anyone out there would like me to sell out, then I will do. My opinion is for sale. Just, no one's offering. That's what I love. People are like, wow, Dave, I love the fact that, you don't sell out to big corporations. I'm like, I would, if anyone asked, but they're not. So instead, you can go to patreon.com or the YouTube channel members section, throw a couple of bucks my way, helps keep the lights on and keep these videos coming out, and what's not to love about that? All right, thank you very much, guys. Back to my mad rambling. We're going to go from my mad rambling to more mad rambling. Enjoy. Let's jack up the prices again now with, I'm going to have to read this off because it's a lot of words here. This is the Kits Concept Limited Macross VF1S Valkyrie brackets God of Flame purple version with Fast Pack Armor 172 scale limited edition figure. Whew. Retailing for $259.99. This guy just looks pretty damn wicked. Got metal parts, got LED light up features. It's just a cool Japanese mech. Macross was something that I never really crossed paths with in my entertainment field growing up. Help me out though, Transformers fans. Is this the guy, the figure that was then turned into Jetfire for the Transformers? I want to say it is, but also I don't, because it hurts my feelings when people message in the comments saying, "Oh, Dave, you got that wrong." You can correct me, just be nice about it. Just, I'm a sensitive soul, but I seem thick-skinned. And it hurt that my friends never stood down with... I'm sorry, I went full Lion King there. But he does look pretty wicked, actually. So, yeah, this guy is being previewed, and the purple color scheme, hey, that's my favorite color scheme. So even though I wouldn't spend that much money on him, not because he's not worth it, but just because I just don't have that much money floating around. But if I did want a badass-looking purple mech Macross robot, those are the right words in the wrong order, then, yeah, he looks like a good one to go for. Speaking of big, beautiful bots, the Power Rangers Black and Gold Megazord. Fully revealed with pricing and everything else, and it looks stunning. I mean, really. This looks very, very impressive. $179.99, 1 to 144th scale. I love that someone worked that out. I love that someone worked out, wait, how tall is the Megazord supposed to be? Okay, and then how big is our figure? Okay, do the calculations. 144th scale. There you go. And yeah, he looks really, really bright, really pretty. Revealed as part of the big Hasbro Pulse Stream Power Rangers event, which we're going to get into next, briefly. But I just wanted to highlight this one in particular because as a standalone piece, like, it looks really, really cool. I don't know if I would actually prefer the classic colors because obviously they're more bright and bold. But black and gold, you can add to the fold because it's a sight to behold. Hey. I'm a poet and I didn't realize. There you go. So yeah, he looks really cool. Did I say he's going to cost $180? He's going to cost $180. They are going to cost $180. I'm not going to gender a giant mech. It's just a bit weird. Although a lot of people after the whole Spider-Woman nonsense would be like, oh, of course it's a he. Doesn't look like a woman, does it? Jeez Louise. So, as I mentioned, we had the whole Hasbro Pulse live stream thingamabob, and they showed off a lot of stuff. So, rather than wasting up real estate with my glorious visage, I'm just going to show some pictures, and I'm going to read off some of the things that they covered. Such as... That's where I'm going to put the cut. The Lightning Collection Turbo Red Ranger, also the RMP Yellow Ranger. They showed us the Lightspeed Blue Ranger, and these all go up for pre-order, well, I think yesterday actually, so there you go get them. Then also, we had more of the Cobra Kai crossover. So we got the Black Johnny Power Ranger, and also we got the Miguel Red Ranger. So those ones are Target exclusives, and they are up for pre-order on Wednesday. Then going on from there are the remastered Ranger figures. There's the Red Ranger, who has a removable Dragon Shield harness that will fit on other figures, which is nice to share. And then the same with his armbands as well. Then there's the Red, Green, and Pink. They all go up on Wednesday for pre-order. And the black will go up later. Blue and Yellow Rangers are already available. I would also like to thank TNI News. I think that's where I got this information from. I think it is. TNI News. Go check them out. That's where I get a lot of this info from. And then I just, put a little melody under it and slap the Model-Behaviour branding on. And that's my business plan. Anyway, back to the list. Then they rounded out the reveals with two that were actually, I thought they were pretty cool. First of all, we've got the Minotaur monster, and this is what I always feel with the Hasbro Lightning Collection Power Rangers line, is that the molds and the sculpts for the monsters, I think, look really, really cool. Like, they're really hyper detailed, they look awesome to me, and I love the crazy designs, but I always feel like the paintwork just kind of lets them down. They look and feel very, very plasticky, which is a shame because I think that the designs are wicked, as I just said. But then when I look closer, like, everything just looks like plain molded plastic with no extra paint that would give any depth or highlight or just make it feel like more of a high-end figure, more zhuzhed up. And that's kind of what I want. So I think the Minotaur, the base of it looks cool, but it's kind of a customizer's painter's dream, because that's when you can really make him look better with some cool paintwork on there. I'm belaboring the point. There you go. Regardless, he looks cool. And then we got one who I think is just straight up cool. Rita Repulsa, a deluxe Rita Repulsa. We've had Rita in different forms and whatnot, and they're really going for, like, this is the go-to. Boom. Your quintessential, I was about to say existential Rita Repulsa. That's a Rita Repulsa in concept only. No, a quintessential Rita Repulsa looks really great. I love what they've done with the different expressions and all the different details on the costume. I don't have a price for these yet, and I actually looked. I know I did way more research than I normally do. I opened Google, I typed Rita, got nothing. So there you go. Look, I tried. My hands are tied. I've literally done one thing, so I'm exhausted. But at least as far as the pictures are concerned, both of these characters, yeah, they look really cool. We can go super retro now with Wave 2 of Madballs. Now, these are a fun harkening back to the 80s. I remember these when I was in school, and really gross character designs. You push the little button in the back and the head pops off. It's fun. It's kitsch. It's nostalgic. It's also $54.99 a piece. That is a lot. That's not a Madball. That's a spicy meatball. That's a lot of quiche for like a 6-inch. Because when I saw the price, I was like, oh, well, maybe they're bigger. No, they're like 6-inch scale. I'm like, dude, it's pretty expensive. But hey, there you go. I just want to make it clear that I'm not just like, bashing one thing for one price and then not the same for the other. No matter what I do, I'm a shill for something. It's what people say. Like, look, I hate everything evenly and equally, okay? No, but it's a lot for what it is, I feel. But still, they look like really fun figures. So yeah, if you want that little bit of 80s nostalgia, then Madballs Wave 2, it's got you covered. Over in Marvel Legends news, Dan Yun has tweeted out that this week is going to be a green week, and let you make of that what you will. I think the obvious assumption is that the Super Adaptoid is going to go up for pre-order. Makes perfect sense. He's a huge, big green dude. So yeah, you're probably going to have the chance to pre-order him. I kind of like what they've done with him. It's just a retooled Captain America 12-inch body with some extra bits. Like, it's not perfect, but yeah, you can take it or leave it. If you want it, if you like it, you can get it. So it's probably that he's referring to. Or it might just be that he's talking about how much money Hasbro are making from us at the moment. He's like, oh yeah, there's going to be a green week for Hasbro, we're getting a lot of that cheddar. Yeah, more power to them. They're making a living. Gotta love it. Something that's not making so much cash, unfortunately, seems to be the Mattel... Is it Mattel Creations? No, it's the Mattel Kickstarter. You know what I'm saying. Regardless, the WCW Kickstarter set. Unfortunately, it seems to be stuttering and sputtering a little bit. The goal is 5,000 to get it made, and they seem to be like struggling over 2,000. The early bird reward was going to be a Hulk Hogan. They've not been able to achieve that, although they have said that he is now a stretch goal, but I think stretch goals are a bit optimistic at this point. They've also sweetened the deal a little bit by including Scott Steiner as part of the base package along with Rey Mysterio, but honestly, I would be very, very surprised to see this get funded. You can normally gauge these projects by the early pickup, and it's been slow. And I'm not even like bashing it. I'm like, oh, this deserves to fail. No, I don't think it deserves to fail. I guess it's just, proven that I guess the market isn't that strong for a product like this. And hey, that's the whole point of these Kickstarter things. So yeah, if you really wanted it, then, commiserations that it looks like it might not happen. But hey, it's just one of those things. Some things that are coming up are some lines from 5K Toys. They're the distributor who have some of the more unusual, lesser known figures, but oof, really nice. First of all, they've got this Abyss Wave, which I'm just learning about now, but basically Street Sharks for grown-ups is what it looks like. All us kids who played with Street Sharks in the 90s, well actually even by then I was a little bit old for that. I forget that I'm like in my early 40s. But yeah, we've got now these brilliant looking anthropomorphic shark characters, the Shark Brothers, with a sort of a 1920s gangster kind of aesthetic. These just look amazing, like part of the Fury line or Fury line, where it's the anthropomorphized animals. Just it's cool. They just look wicked. So I don't have much information on them at the moment because they're just kind of showing the previews and what's coming up. But the sharks, the pilot fish looking dude, I mean, the amount of detail and talking about paintwork and the lacking paint on Hasbro Power Rangers. These guys, just the amount of work that goes into it. I know they're more expensive. You get what you pay for. It's like, yeah, there is more paint. It's going to cost you. But look, if I'm spending money on something, I'd rather spend a little bit more and get something that is like, ooh, you can just look at it and go like, golly, you look pretty. As opposed to a lot of action figures where I look at them and go, golly, you take up space and need dusting. And that's it. That's why I sold so many. But I kept the ones that are like really high end because you look at them and just like, God, I could weep at how pretty you are. And that's how I feel about these shark guys. So yeah, I'm going to keep a close eye on these. Also, they have their Hades figure coming in stock very, very soon. $64.99. At least we got a price for that. They just gave a little update that Hades is on the way. He's shipping to them. They're going to be distributing him soon for those of you who have pre-ordered him. And those of you that haven't, you still got a chance. And yeah, I got to say, $64.99. That's like twice the price of one of the more expensive Marvel Legends. But at the same time, you see the bang that you get for your buck. And it's like, I get it. I get it. So yeah, Hades looks really cool as well, and I think that wraps up the toy news. And that wraps it up for this video, but not for today's content, because of course I've still got movies, video games, comic books, wrestling, and everything else to talk about, but I'm going to do that in a separate video because people seem to like that. If you just want the toy fix, then this one was for you, but if you want to see a bit more model behavior, well, that second part is coming up very, very soon. So to conclude this one, thank you so much for watching, gang. And until next time, I can only do the thing with I'm holding the camera, so I won't do the click. Keep displaying model behavior. What's up, everybody? What's up? I never say what's up. It's channeling Greg Miller. That was the problem.
Oh, très bien. This here figure of the Cajun from the old...
I can't do that gambit without coughing. I need some water.
And let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that... the only news? It's the only news that matters. I'm going to try that again.